I've been on a mission to reorganize my makeup, and part of that has been going through and like cleaning and disinfecting my palettes, seeing what I still want to keep and seeing what I can let go of, which to be fair is not very many. And in that process, I found some palettes that I forgot I had. Case in point, the Blend Bunny Primal Palette. This palette is so beautiful, and I remember getting it and being so excited. I don't know what happened, but I don't think I've ever done a look with this, so we're going to use it today. It's got a beautiful array of mattes and then these gorgeous shimmers on the bottom and then a large pan of white and a large pan of black. This is such a versatile palette, especially since the Blends was purely matte. This was Blend's big sister that had shimmers added. I definitely want to use these reds and maybe some purple. I'm not sure. I'm just going to play with this and we're going to see where it takes us. I'm going to go right in with this really bright red shade. This is called Huntress. The pigment on that is so beautiful. And I'm just going to pop this right in my crease. Look at that pigment. Oh man. I love red eyeshadow. I really don't think that it gets the hype that it deserves. Just making sure I connect this right down underneath my lower lash line. And I'm using patting motions to blend. I'm not going in and swirling and swiping because I want this to lay down really intensely. Now that I look like Mimi I'm First, I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush with nothing on it. And I'm just going to use that to really gently work all the way around the edges, just kind of tickling the edges to make sure everything is really softly blended. I don't want any harsh lines, but I do want a strong shape. I'm making sure to wing this up out past the tail of my brow. I want this to be really dramatic. To add some depth, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. This is called Lethal. It's a little bit more berry toned than the red. And we're just going to work that right into the crease for more depth and richness. I don't know what Blend Bunny puts in their formula that makes it so magical, but it is so freaking good. I'm going to take some of this matte purple. This is the shade Instinct, and I'm going to keep deepening up that crease and adding more dimension. The secret to any successful makeup look, whether it's matte or smoky or colorful or whatever it is blending. You want to blend until your arm feels like it's going to fall off, and then you just keep blending, because otherwise it's just patchy and blotchy, but with a little bit of patience and a little bit of time, it turns into something magical. I'm just going back in with the brushes that had the previous shades on it. This brush had Lethal on it, so I'm just using that to kind of tickle the edges of that deep purple. And then from there, I'll go back into the brush that had Huntress on it and use that to smoke out the edges. You can really see the difference that a little bit of blending makes. This side is a lot more soft, a lot more dispersed, and this one has some harsh lines and choppy blends. I want to add a little bit of brightness under my brow, so I'm going to take this shade here. This is called Hidden, and it's this beautiful matte white shade. Just taking a little tiny bit on my brush. Blend Bunny palettes are very, very pigmented. And I'm just going to use that to tap right along the edge where that pinky red meets my brow. And I'm just going to blend that using tapping, patting motions instead of sweeping. I'm just taking tiny little bits of that white eyeshadow, so I'm not packing on a ton all at once, and I'm just using that to softly blend that edge because I don't want anything stark. I want it nice and soft. This look is definitely going more pink than I originally planned on, but I think it's really beautiful. You know I love black eyeliner with every single look, so I'm going to take my e.l.f. No Budge Retractable Liner, and I'm just going to add that in my top and bottom waterline. I want to illustrate the difference that eyeliner makes. So this side looks very wide, very bright, very open, very doll-like. So if I wanted to go more on a softer kind of dolly look, I would pack a white all over my lid and use a really soft wispy lash, and then use a white eyeliner in my waterline. And that would give it that wide awake kind of doll look. But I want something more sultry and smoky, so I prefer black liner. I'm going to smoke that out with more black shadow, and I'm going to really make it dark and intense and rich. I think this glitter is perfect for the lid. This is from Morphe. This is one of their Mixed Signals duos. And it's this beautiful purple pink kind of duochrome glitter. It's a chubby stick on one side and then a liquid glitter on the other side. I'm just going to apply this all over my mobile lid. Just messily. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm just going to take a brush and I'm going to pat that to blend it all over my lid to make sure all those little wonky lines are smooth. And then I'm going to take the liquid glitter and I'm just going to pop that right on top. Look at that sparkle. Ooh, I love it. The same on the other eye. I'm going to take that right under my lower lash line too, because I want this really smoky. And then that same purple glitter right under the lash line. I'm gonna let that dry completely, and then I think I just need something bright for the inner corner and lashes. For my inner corner, I want something really sheer and sparkly, but really impactful. So I'm gonna take the Fenty highlighter in How Many Carats. It is this really beautiful glitter with a sheer base. I'm just gonna take that on my brush, and I'm just gonna really pack it right over top of that purple to enhance the shimmer. It's such a fine, silvery shimmer that it really doesn't alter the tones. It just adds a little bit of brightness. I'm going to take a tiny little bit of the pink kimchi powder on a fluffy brush. This is actually a highlighter brush from Laura Lee Los Angeles. I'm just going to use that to really gently sweep away anything that may have fallen below my eyes and make sure that the bottom of my lash line is really blown out and smoky. I'm going to curl my lashes, go in with a couple coats of mascara, and pop on some false lashes. I'm going to use the ones from the Robert Welsh and Blend Bunny collaboration, and then I think we need to figure out a different lip. This whole look went in a direction I did not plan on. I was going to do a red lip, but now I'm thinking I want to lean towards purple. I got one of the Dior liquid lipsticks with the glitter in it in this beautiful purple shade, so I think this is what I'm going to use today. And I'm going to pair it with a black liner. This is from an old collaboration with ColourPop and Snitchery, but I found it when I was cleaning out my collection, so I'm going to use it. I forgot how creamy this is. I feel like this is kind of giving Tiffany vibes from Child's Play. Here's the color of this liquid lipstick. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I haven't actually gotten to use this yet. All right, I'm gonna let that dry and then we'll press it together and see if we can get a shot of the glitter. Okay, I've turned the lights way down, so hopefully we can see the glitter when I press my lips together. Can you see it? It's so pretty. It's the same color pink that I have in the eyeshadow. This was seriously the perfect combination. I really like this look. I really like how it turned out, but I kind of wanted to offset how rich and intense the eyes are with a really bright under eye. So I'm just taking a little bit of the Stage White powder foundation from One Size, just a little bit on kind of a fluffy brush. And I'm just packing that right under my lower lash line, right up into the inner corner, kind of in that triangle shape that was so popular in 2016 for concealer. I'm just going back in with a brush that I use for my regular powder foundation, and I'm just going to blend the edges of that because I want it to be really seamless. I'm just going to add a touch more blush. Here is the final look. I love it so much. I love a neutral look for every day, but really my heart lies with colorful makeup, and I'm really hoping that we're seeing the start of that coming back in 2025 because I'm so ready. Of course, the palette was amazing, but I expected nothing less from Blend Bunny. Their formula is second to none. It's truly the best on the market. If you haven't tried Blend Bunny's formula yet, I really strongly suggest that you do.